Hello there, everyone. We're gonna be Robotato. Robotato. Flat damage modifications are reduced by 99%. 100 melee for every 1 engineering, so 1 melee for every 1 engineering, 1 range for engineering, 1 elemental for engineering, no lifesteal, crit is reduced, percentage damage is reduced, dodge is reduced, speed is reduced, no harvesting, 5% attack speed for every 1 structure you have, 20% increase to armor, structure damage increased by 75% damage. I'm not sure if that's just a flat 75 or if it's part of my damage. Structure damage increases by 100% your crit chance, and you start with a turret. I don't know why you can start with the rifle, but we're gonna go with the wrench. We should have... hold on. Something about how many structures I have. I have 2 structures, so... No, it's attack speed, right? It's 5% attack speed per structure. Which is... okay. Kind of makes me feel like using a different weapon is better, because I really don't care about it. Maybe I should have gone for luck. Oh well. The engineering... wrench... Can't buy it. Let's just go with the engineering. Yeah, our crit is going to maybe impact how much damage we're dealing. Does it still say 75? I can't see it. But we do have... is that 300%? A 300 melee up? That's huge. Absolutely huge. You know, except for the 99% on it. If I could get the structure one, that'd be really good. Yeah, just go some engineering. Some more engineering. I do like I have a little pencil behind my ear. I'm a engineer. I was gonna say I'm a scholar, but that's not a very scholarly thing. Have a pencil behind your ear. It's more of a, I don't know, nerd thing, carpenter thing, I guess, engineering thing. Just whatever profession would require access to a pencil at any given moment. Which I feel like carpenter would be one of the most prevalent. I think dodge is... this is one of the things I hate about these characters. I want to see where dodge is applied, but I can't. Now, is that a big deal? No, not really. Let's go some percentage damage, some more NG. I can only buy one of these. Go with pickup radius. Go with pickup radius first. I think that'll be a little bit better. We're definitely going to want to buy all the structures we can handle. Because they'll... I mean, we're just going to be able to smack enemies to death. Like, you just die to the might of our wrench. Because our wrenching damage is going to go up real quick. My health is not, though. I could use some more HP. Probably some AoE things wouldn't hurt. More HP never hurts. Alright. Structures damage increases by 100% crit chance. So we are going to want to get some... Why is this so much? Oh, because we have 10, which is 4, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm just gonna call it there. We'll take our money and leave. This is kind of like the Cyborg, that it's a hybrid run, which is pretty cool. I do like a nice hybrid run every now and again. And by every now and again, I mean, as long as it's appropriate. I love it anytime it happens. And this is my favorite kind of hybrid run where it, you know, I don't have to take all of the different stats. Just taking one of the stats gives me all of the stats, which obviously makes it a lot more powerful than your standard hybrid run. Did I mention the word hybrid yet? Sure, we'll have a little bit of heal. I do like box. Because that box is 30 materials and I didn't pick up the box. So I don't think it counts as materials. I don't think I was at 1. It's just gain box, not pickup box. Interesting. Well, it's not as cost effective as I was, you know, hoping it would be, but it's still good. It's still good. I actually wasn't intending on recording this for today, but it's gonna come out today because I haven't been recording a video on the day that I stream. But later today, there should be a stream, so you can come join me there, hang out, have a good time. It'll be good. You won't want to miss it. Yes! Pocket Factory. Pocket Factory is what I want. Love Pocket Factory. It's just fun to be able to spawn more turrets. Where is the egg? There's egg. Goodbye, egg. Man, this is such a difference from the chicken run, where, like, I was struggling really bad, and now I'm just, like, absolutely crushing it. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to be crushing it. Hey, why didn't... Oh, wait, I haven't bought it yet. I haven't bought it yet. That's why it's not spawning me more. I have not acquiesced it. I have not acquired it. I have not taken into possession. Some armor. It's based off my melee power. If I dodge, the dodge is cut in half, right? Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen. Realistically speaking, I don't think that's gonna happen. Another wrench. Like, can I get a dodge off? Yeah, sure. That's not unfeasible, but is it likely I'm gonna get the dodge? Not the most unfeasible thing in the world, but also not what I'm looking for. What happens? No, it has to be, like, permanent. Anytime there's a stat thing, it has to be permanent stats, so, like, actually acquiring a stat, rather than a modified stat. So I was about to say, elsewise, every time I get engineering, I will also be getting, elemental, and with the book, every time I get elemental, I'll also be getting engineering. So wouldn't that mean I'd get infinite? No, because they're based off, like, permanent stats. So when that goes up, it just would not affect the other one. No. Ain't happening. Wrench. No, we don't have harvesting modifications. Sure, I'll take the piercing. I'll take another sack. I'm all sacked up, boys. I'll just go with there. 3 elites. Really what I'm looking for? Not really what I'm looking for. It's fine, I suppose. Not my favorite, but it's fine. We'll hopefully get a lot more luck so that we can get a lot more stat ups. lumberjack shirt would be nice. I am a big fan of some lumberjacking. Just kidding, I'm a lazy person. I don't really like physical exertion. For the sake of physical exertion. Give me something fun to do, and I'm down. But if it's like, you know, exert yourself physically for the sake of exerting yourself physically, I'm not particularly jiving with that. You know, like, I don't want to say sports, because I'm just terrible at sports, so. They're not, high up on my priority. We'll take the more speed red. Plus 0% speed. Getting some crit wouldn't be the worst thing. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Sure, we'll definitely take that. It's gonna impact us so little. But, yeah, so, you know, like, I'm not huge at, like, you know, go play soccer or something, because, for one, really difficult to get, like, all the people together for it. That's probably, like, literally the #1 reason that I don't like a lot of sports is... One, okay, playing them is fine. Watching them, super boring. Can't stand it, hate sports. No bueno. Es muy mal. No... no can-do'sville. But when it comes down to playing a sport, I still hate baseball, because I think baseball is super boring. You just stand there and wait. But soccer I like more. I never like football, because I just don't like football. Tennis is probably my favorite sport to play. Probably. If I had to pick a sport, I'd probably pick baseball as my least favorite, and tennis pretty high up there, maybe literally my favorite. I'm terrible at tennis, but I enjoy it. I used to play with a little Asian girl, and she would always destroy me every single time. It was when I was at it was college when I was in school, like high school. I went to a college summer program, so they gave us college classes and had us work and stuff like that. And there was an Asian girl who I can't remember her name, just for the life of me. Highly doubt she remembers me either, so it's fair. But we played tennis like every day, and she was extremely patient with me, which I'm very thankful for, because she actually played tennis, and I attempted to hit the ball. Maybe it was because I was an easy victim that she enjoyed playing tennis with me. Who knows? I guess more speed. Not really something I'm that interested in. But it was a good time. And I miss those days. Back when I was, back when I had hope in my life. Joy. I'm just kidding, I never had those things. What am I? Who am I? Yeah, but it was awesome. And, you know, I had a lot of fun playing tennis. And, you know, there's... I can't get, like, a tennis court, or where I live, there is technically a tennis court, but it was not a good one. It's really bad. And there's usually drug addicts hanging out around it, which make it a lot less enjoyable. And I live in a small town, but apparently, you know, the park is where the drug addicts come. And also the gas station. That's where a lot of the drug addicts hang out. I know, because when I worked at the gas station, they were like, would you like to clean up all the filthy used needles? And I'm like, no! And they're like, well, it's your job. And I'm like, no, it's not. I'll quit. I'm not gonna pick up disgusting used needles. And then at any time, the owner who's been, or not owner, manager at the time, was removed because they would constantly avoid calling the cops on things. And then also was embezzling money out. And I think that their, one of their preferred co-workers was enjoying some of the needles, and they were strong needles. YouTube, I don't promote this. Make that clear. This is big no-no. Don't do drugs. Drugs kids, drugs adults. The only time you should do drugs is if it's prescribed by your doctor. Your doctor knows you and will hopefully keep you safe. So don't do, illicit material. It was a weird time working there. Like, you had to be really, really careful. Because if you put your hand, sometimes in the trash, it's like paper in there. So you're like, oh, I'm just going to push it down. No! No! I knew what got put in there. I was never going to do that again. Because, like, I'll do that at my house. Just push down the trash, condense it. And that's a good thing. Not there. Never there. Because one of the employees got stuck. Because there was a needle there. And, so... No way. Probably one of the weirdest experiences I ever had there. And, I've gotten into arguments with someone about this, where they have a service animal, and in the United States, you can ask, is it a service animal? And that's it. If they say yes, that's it. You're not allowed to bring pets in most places if they ask if it's a service animal. That's it. You can't ask more. If the store itself would like to ask for proof, that's a different thing. But as an employee, a manager, also 99% of the time, it's just better to leave it be. But you can say, is it a service animal? And they can say yes or no. If they say yes, shut up and leave it be. One of the smartest things you can do. Just shut up and leave it be. Well, I told one of them, go away, that's not a service animal. You might be like, well, how are you so sure it's not a service animal? Are you willing to take the brunt of it if it's a service animal? Yes. I am confident. Snakes aren't service animals. I'm willing to lose my job to do that. They brought in, like, I'm not certain if it was or wasn't, but it was a large snake. It was probably 4-ish, 5-ish feet long. They wore it as a necklace. So I was very confident that this was not a service animal. And it was just someone being a little shit and bringing in a snake into the store. They brought it into the store and I said, leave. And they're like, oh, it's my service animal. No. It's like saying it's my service tarantula. I don't believe you. Leave. Because I'm not going to be held responsible when a customer kills your spider. I may hold the door open, and encourage them. I would never encourage anything being harmed. But I don't like spiders. Just get your stupid spider out of the store. I'm actually way more okay with snakes, but there were people eating there, and it's like, no, leave. Get out of here with your freaking snake. Because he was like trying to put the snake down, too. It wasn't like just having it around his nose. He was like shoving it in people's faces and making, customers really uncomfortable. Which would be the same thing if someone had a service dog in there and they kept shoving it in people's faces. I can tell them to leave with the animal because it's not acting as a service animal. You're shoving it in people's faces now. Which I have had to tell someone to leave. Granted, it wasn't a service animal. Well, they said it was, but I also constantly heard them lying, saying like, I can bring my dog in here. All I have to do is say it's a service animal. So, like, I knew it was, or at the very least, I have reasonable doubt that it wasn't. But they would, they'd bring their pet in, and then literally just let the pet defecate on the floor. And then they're like, it's okay, it's my service animal. No. It's not okay. I promise you, that's not okay. Get your stinky animal out of my store. Nah. I was thinking about it. Because it means I should get like 80 material a wave or something like that. But it's so late, I don't think it's going to be that valuable. Obviously, if you have a run where you take a bunch of damage and can like heal it back very reliably, like that's awesome. But yeah, those are like some of the, and it was, like I worked overnights at the gas station, and like the people just would bring like the stupidest things in there all the time. And I mean, it's a small town. There's not a lot you can do in a small town. It was a small town that did not serve alcohol. Because the town charter, someone donated like $50 million and then said you can live off the interest of this in perpetuity so long as it's a dry town. Well, it's not a dry town anymore, and they're trying to continue taking the money out of that, which I have a problem with. I don't care if it's a dry town or not a dry town. It affects me none. But I don't drink. But I don't know, man. It was like the town got like $1 million a year because of how the thing was set up. So it may have been more, but it was like the town got like $1 million a year. Keep in mind, this is a town with less than 3,000 residents, and because the person set up that funding, it was like $1 million a year. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. But either way, at the time, it was a dry town and people were still acting like that, so dumb people are gonna be dumb. Like it's always the gas station, because most of the dumb crap I've seen has happened. It's gotta be a gas station, of course. But yeah, it was something else. Let's go. All perps. One perp down. Just go. I don't really care what other things there are there. But they, like, a lot of fights broke out there, and usually the fights were, like, really pathetic. Because it was just, like, I mean, it was heated arguments, but it was, they were always so stupid that they would always fight at the gas pumps. Like, anyone worked overnights at a gas station and just saw people constantly fighting at the gas pumps? Why do they choose the gas pumps to fight? What is it, like, that's so amazing about gas pumps that people with lit cigarettes need to fight around it? Like, I had honestly, I'm amazed. I'm truly amazed. There's never been an explosion. Because it's always lit cigarettes around gas pumps. I don't care if you want to smoke. Why are you doing it near the gas pump? Are you stupid? Clearly. But are you stupid? You know, a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but are you stupid? Extracting materials is literally useless because I can't afford it. Sure, let's do that. And we'll just leave it be. That's really bad that I lost both of my nullifies that early. Not a good thing. Fun character, though. Fun character. That didn't really need to pay that much attention, which is kind of cool. Just got to talk about the horrifying things I saw at my job. I'm not a big spider person, I can tell you that, certainly. I don't actually have arachnophobia, but probably about as close as you could get to arachnophobia without actually having arachnophobia. Ah. Well, you know, just dodge better. Sucks though, but man, I actually did have good regen. Wasn't like the best, but mistake. Shouldn't have gone into the corner and tried to rely on this healing me. It did heal for a lot, but really shouldn't have been relying on this to heal me. How could I have done it better? Increase my damage percentage so that all of my turrets would deal more damage. But either way, thank you very much. Sucks we didn't win, but we came about as close as you could. You just dodge better, forehead. But thank you. Goodbye. Hit the subscribe